shattered in plain sight. I used to believe love was simple, that when someone told you they loved you, it meant something permanent, solid, safe. God, I was stupid. Her name was Amelia, and she was everything to me. We met during our second year of university. She was in my psychology class, sat 2 rows ahead, always scribbling notes in that frantic, brilliant way of hers. I was the quiet guy in the back. Hoodie, headphones, just surviving. But one day, we got paired for a project. And just like that, everything changed. Amelia, smiling. You're Daniel, right? You never talk. Me. I guess I do now. She laughed. And fuck, that laugh. I didn't know it then, but that was the moment I started falling. We spent hours together working on that stupid project. But most of the time, we talked about life, our families, what kept us up at night, what we were afraid of. She told me about her anxiety, her fear of being alone. I told her about my dad, how he left when I was 10, how my mom worked 2 jobs to keep us afloat. She said I made her feel safe. I said she made me feel seen. Looking back, I should have seen it coming. Because girls like Amelia, they don't stay with guys like me. We started dating 2 weeks after we turned in our project. It was electric. Every moment with her felt unreal. She'd fall asleep on my chest, whispering, "Don't ever leave me." And I'd kiss her forehead and promise, "I won't." She introduced me to her friends, called me her rock, told her mom I was the one. But there were cracks, little things. The way she kept her phone screen down, how she always stepped outside to take urgent calls, the weird gut feeling I kept pushing down. I should have listened to that feeling. But when you're in love, you'll excuse anything. One night, she came over late, said her roommate was being loud and she needed sleep. She smelled like a different cologne, not mine, someone else's. I noticed, but I didn't say anything, because I was afraid of what the answer might be. Me. You okay? Amelia, avoiding eye contact. Yeah, just tired. She curled up next to me like nothing was wrong, and I held her, pretending I couldn't smell another man on her skin. A few days later, I found her second Instagram account, the one she never told me about. It wasn't hard. A friend of mine tagged her in a story, except the username was different. So I checked, and there it was. Photos of her, at bars, at parties, wrapped around guys I didn't recognize. In one of them, a guy was kissing her cheek, and she was smiling. Not drunk, not blurred, just happy. I felt my stomach drop. I screenshotted everything, stared at my phone for hours, hands shaking. Then I confronted her. Me, holding out my phone. What's this? Amelia, barely glancing. Where did you find that? Me. That's not an answer. Amelia. It's just for fun. I didn't think it mattered. Me. Didn't think it mattered that you're living a double life? Amelia, coldly. I never asked you to check up on me. And just like that, I became the villain. I remember staring at her, this girl I thought I knew, and realizing she had layers I never even saw. Me. You're cheating on me. Amelia, shrugging. Depends what you mean by cheating. Me, coldly. Kissing other guys? Going on secret dates? Lying to my face. Amelia, mocking tone. So what? I didn't sleep with anyone. That's not cheating. That's when I realized. She wasn't even sorry. Not even slightly. She acted like I was overreacting. Like her lies were harmless. Like her betrayal was just some inconvenience. I didn't yell. Didn't throw anything. Didn't cry. I just stood up, walked to the door, and said one thing. Me. Don't contact me again. But of course, she did. Texts, voicemails, tears. She showed up outside my building 2 nights later, screaming my name from the street like some deranged actress in a melodrama. My roommate wanted to call the cops. I told him to give me a minute. Amelia, pleading. I messed up, okay. I know I did. Me. Why? Amelia. I don't know. I felt trapped. Me. Trapped by what? Love. Amelia, tears streaming. No. By myself. I didn't know how to be with someone like you. Me. Someone like me? Amelia. Someone real. That hurt more than anything. Not the cheating. Not the lies. Not the double life. But that line. That fucking line. Like somehow, I was too real for her. I didn't take her back. But I let her talk. And that was my second mistake. Because even though I knew she wasn't safe, a part of me still missed her. And she knew it. She always knew how to manipulate that part of me. Over the next few weeks, she wormed her way back in. Not fully, just little things. A text here. A coffee accidentally delivered to my place. A nostalgic voicemail on a rough day. And like a fool, I responded, not because I forgave her, but because I couldn't forget her. Which, in hindsight, was even worse. We started talking, just as friends. That's what I told myself. But she was already working behind the scenes. I found out later. She was telling her friends we were back together, telling my friends I'd forgiven her, telling everyone the narrative she wanted to sell. Meanwhile, I was still struggling to breathe. Then came the final straw. I was invited to a mutual friend's birthday party. Almost didn't go, but I showed up, and there she was, Amelia, in his arms, the guy from the second Instagram account. And everyone was clapping, laughing, cheering, because she told them we had split months ago, that I was controlling, that she was finally free. And that's when it hit me. She didn't just lie. She rewrote the story, turned herself into the victim, me into the villain, and no one questioned it, because she was pretty, charming, manipulative. I left that party without saying a word. And that night, I blocked her on everything. I wish I could say that was the end of it, that blocking her gave me closure, that I moved on. But it doesn't work that way. People like Amelia don't just disappear, not when there's still damage left to do. About a week later, I started getting weird looks on campus. Whispers behind my back. People I barely knew treating me like I was radioactive. I didn't understand why, until one of my classmates, Jenna, pulled me aside. Jenna, quietly. Hey, I think you should know what Amelia's been saying. Me, I don't want to hear it. Jenna, it's bad, Daniel. Me, how bad? Jenna, hesitant. She said you were stalking her, that you threatened her when she broke up with you. I felt like the floor vanished beneath me. Me, shaking. What the fuck? Jenna, she told people you sent her violent messages, that she had to block you for her safety. Me, she's the one who cheated. I blocked her. Jenna, I know. I believe you. But others don't. I couldn't breathe. Couldn't think. It felt like drowning in concrete. In 1 month, she had cheated on me, lied to my face, manipulated me back into her life, publicly humiliated me. And now, she was painting me as abusive. I didn't sleep for 2 nights. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. I kept rehearsing confrontations in my head that never happened. I thought about reporting her for defamation. Thought about dragging her name through the mud the way she did mine. But I didn't, because she would win even that. She'd spin it, turn me into the angry ex, the unstable man proving her point. So I stayed quiet. Again. Then came the worst day of my life. I was in the library, headphones in, trying to study, when someone tapped me on the shoulder. It was campus security. They asked me to step outside. When I did, they handed me a document. A formal no-contact order, requested by Amelia. My ears started ringing. Me. Why? Security, coldly. She claims you've been harassing her, sending threatening messages, showing up where she is. Me. I haven't spoken to her in weeks. I blocked her. She's the one who lied, cheated. Security. You can challenge it, but for now, you're not to be within 100 feet of her. And just like that, she won. I walked home in a daze, sat on my floor for hours. My roommate found me around 10 p.m., just staring at the wall. He asked me what happened. I told him everything. And when I finished, he said, "Roommate, softly. She's a sociopath, man." I didn't argue. Over the next month, I became invisible. People avoided me. Professors looked at me differently. I lost 2 internships. And the worst part? I couldn't even defend myself. Because the moment I spoke up, it'd be used against me. That's how good she was. I started isolating. Skipped classes. Ignored calls. Barely ate. My mind kept replaying her smirk from the party. How comfortable she looked in his arms. How she turned my breakdown into her comeback. And everyone applauded. One night, I got drunk enough to scroll through our old texts. Back before all of it. When she used to call me her favorite person. Said she wanted forever. Said I made her feel safe. The way she weaponized those exact words against me later still makes me sick. I deleted them all. Every photo. Every screenshot. Everything. But I still see her sometimes. In dreams. In faces in crowds. In every girl who laughs the way she used to. Weeks passed. Then one afternoon, I got a message. Not from her. From him. The guy she cheated with. His message. "Hey, I know we don't know each other, but I think I've been played." At first I thought it was a joke. Some sick trap. But I responded. Me. By who? Him. Amelia. She said you were some psycho ex. But the things she's doing now, bro, it's messed up. Me. Like what? Him. She's seeing another guy behind my back. Same story, says I'm abusive now. Says she's scared of me. I dropped my phone. We talk more. Turns out he'd been with her while she was trying to win me back. She juggled us both. Told each of us the other was unstable. Said he had anger issues. Said I was obsessive. She was building exit routes from day one. He apologized to me. Him. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. Me. Neither did I. That conversation made me feel worse, actually, because it proved it wasn't just me. It was never about me. She was just broken in ways that shattered people around her. A few days later, I saw her on campus again. She looked right at me, smiled, as if none of it mattered, as if my reputation, my peace, my name were just disposable props in her drama. I turned away, didn't say a word. I've learned since then. Not all pain leaves scars you can see. Some sits inside your chest like glass. And every breath feels like it's slicing you open again. But you still breathe, even if it hurts. It's been 6 months now. I still carry it. Not just what she did, but how easily people believed her. How I was erased from my own story. Replaced with her version, where I was the villain, and she was the trembling survivor. I didn't fight back. Not because I was guilty, but because I was exhausted. Because in this world, if a man raises his voice, he's dangerous. If he stays quiet, he's hiding something. If he tells the truth, he's just bitter. So I said nothing. But I'm saying it now. To whoever's reading this, whoever's been there, whoever had their life hijacked by someone, who wore your kindness like a mask and burned it for fuel. You're not crazy. You're not weak. You're not alone. I still flinch when I hear her name. Still get tense when I see someone who looks like her in passing. Still wonder if the next person I trust will turn out to be just like her. But I'm learning that healing isn't forgetting. It's remembering without breaking. Learning that closure isn't something they give you. It's something you take back. I'm dating again. Carefully. Slowly. Sometimes I hold back too much. Sometimes I expect betrayal before it ever arrives. But I'm trying, because I want to believe. There are people who don't lie when they say, I love you. People who mean it when they say, you're safe with me. Amelia taught me how to bleed without being touched. But she also taught me how to rebuild, piece by piece, day by day. I'll never be the same. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe the version of me that rises from this will be stronger, sharper, wiser, and never again someone's stepping stone to their own performance of innocence. That's my story, or at least the first part of it. Maybe I'll never get an apology, or justice, or even peace. But I have my voice back, and for now, that's enough. After everything that happened, I really thought it was over. That Amelia would fade into the past like a nightmare I could eventually forget. But what no one tells you is when someone like her breaks you, they don't always stop when you walk away. They find other ways to linger. It started subtly. Anonymous posts on Reddit, cryptic Instagram stories, fake accounts following me, liking old pictures, disappearing. The content? Stuff like, watch out for the guys who act sweet. They're usually the worst monsters. Some men are so manipulative, you don't realize you've been abused until you're gone. I didn't need to guess. She wasn't hiding, she wanted me to see. And worse, people believed her. I confronted her once. Not in person, I was too paranoid for that. But I sent a message from a burner account. Short, simple, me message. Why are you still doing this? No response. Just a post that said, when abusers reach out from the shadows, stay strong. You're not crazy. It was unreal. Like she had memorized every play from the victim handbook and weaponized it to cover her trail of destruction. One night, I got a call from a blocked number. I don't usually answer, but that time I did. It was her voice. Amelia, quiet. Hey. My heart jumped into my throat. Me. Why are you calling me? Amelia, soft, slow. I don't know. I thought maybe we could talk. I should have hung up. But hearing her again, it was like reopening a wound. Just to feel something familiar. Me. Talk about what? How you ruined my life. How you lied to everyone about me. How you keep lying. Amelia. I didn't lie. Me? Angrily. You fucking did. Over and over. Amelia. I was hurting too, Daniel. You think I wanted any of this? I laughed. Loud, bitter. Me. You enjoyed every second. She started crying, or at least pretending to. I didn't even know what was real anymore. Amelia. I don't know why I do what I do. I think I'm just broken. Me. You don't get to play victim now. But still, a part of me wanted to believe it. That maybe, deep down, she was broken, not evil. That maybe all this was some misguided cry for help. She ended the call with, Amelia, I'm sorry. I know you hate me. I missed the version of you that loved me. Click. I stared at the wall for hours. Couldn't sleep. Why did I feel guilty? Why did I feel like I was the one who had to carry this pain? While she just moved on. Weeks passed. I didn't reply. Didn't call. I focused on myself. Went to therapy. Started rebuilding. But it wasn't over. She wasn't done. It started again. This time worse. I lost a job interview because someone sent a tip to HR. An anonymous email with screenshots from a fake chat conversation. Messages that looked like they were from me. Threatening, manipulative, disturbing. I hadn't written a word of it. But the damage was done. No one ever called me back. I contacted a lawyer. He told me, it's hard to prove defamation, especially when it's indirect. She's smart, she's not naming you outright, but she's implying things strongly enough to ruin your reputation. I felt helpless, like I was stuck in a game where the rules didn't apply to me, only to her. Then I got a call from my mom. Mom, worried. Daniel, why did you never tell me you hurt her? My stomach dropped. Me. What are you talking about? Mom. She posted something. A video. She didn't say your name, but people are commenting, and some of your old classmates think it's about you. I found it fast. Amelia, sitting in soft light, tears in her eyes. Speaking softly, brokenly. Amelia, video. There was a time when I thought love meant accepting pain. I thought it was normal to be yelled at, controlled, isolated. He told me who I could talk to, what I could wear. I was so scared of making him angry. I nearly threw my phone across the room. It was a performance. Oscar-worthy. She knew how to twist the story just enough. No details. No names. But enough clues for anyone who knew us to fill in the blanks. Enough to turn me into a monster. In front of thousands of strangers. I sat in the dark. Hands shaking. Heart hollow. I thought, what if she never stops? What if she keeps popping up every few months? Rewriting our story again and again. Until there's nothing left of who I was? I thought about disappearing. Changing my name. Moving somewhere no one knew me. Just to escape her shadow. But then I remembered. If I do that, she wins. If I vanish, she gets the final say. And I'm done letting her be the narrator. So I started documenting everything. Every email. Every DM. Every post. I got in touch with others she'd hurt. People she'd ghosted, scammed, manipulated. A quiet little community of her collateral damage. We weren't just stories anymore. We were evidence. I can't say how it ends. Because with people like her, maybe it never really ends. But I've taken back something vital. My truth. My spine. My voice. And now, when people hear her side, they'll hear mine too.